I guess just cancel culture at large. It's its own thing. It's its own organism, and
It's so whack.
it is whack. At the same time, sometimes I think maybe we should change the name of it. And I think Charlemagne even actually says that he doesn't call it cancel culture; he calls it accountability culture, um, which might be a better name for it to an extent. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be.
Facts.
But yeah, I think first and foremost, what we got first, Dave. Is that who we looking at first? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's look. Let's talk about Dave Chappelle releases this his last Netflix joint, and Dave is just like, look, okay, so this is the last of my Netflix deals, and you know how I did the Chappelle show, and then I did one of these numbers. Yeah, this is probably gonna happen again. I'm probably gonna disappear, but before I do that, let me get these jokes off, and let me get everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think anybody did not get touched in this Dave Chappelle joint. Um, I don't think anybody didn't get touched, but just in overall, of course, Dave Chappelle, he came very, very, very hard at everybody. And Goss, what did you think about the closer?
Fam. Dave Chappelle is such a genius. Like he
Genius.
is a genius.
Absolutely.
Like the way like his comedy specials, they're comedy specials because he's funny, but they're so informative. And they're so
Oh,
like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Man,
mm-hmm.
that's funny, but that's really real. So the way that he attacked everybody, and I wouldn't say attack, the way that he made jokes about everybody, just like you said, nobody was safe. But I thought it was so great the way and how he was saying, if y'all think I'm calling out the LGBTQ community, y'all are missing the point. Like
Right.
y'all are missing what's going on. Like I could see I couldn't understand why they would be so mad, why they're so mad, because he wasn't calling them out. He even specifically said, I'm only talking to white people. Like those are the only people that I've consistently have called out. And like they should be mad at me, but they love me. They keep buying my tickets. They keep buying, my DVDs and things like that. And I guess so. I always try to put myself in different perspectives and people's different shoes. And I'm thinking, okay, if this was a white comedian, a white comedian doing what Dave is doing to the transgender community, a white guy doing this to the black community, would we be upset? Right? Would
Mm-hmm.
we feel some kind of way? And I think we would, but also I think that we have to understand they would be punching down almost. And with the whole Dave Chappelle thing, he's trying to say, I'm not punching y'all at all. And like he explained what he was doing, and then he even brought in unfortunately the young lady who lost her life. And she was a transgender woman, but he was like, hey, this like I'm doing this like to help you guys out, like not necessarily to make fun of you or jokes or anything like that. But I think because he's a comedian and he has, I guess, quote unquote history of being misunderstood, then that's how they took it. So me personally, I thought it was hilarious, but I'm not transgender. I'm not part of the LGBTQ community. I have not spoken to any people part of that community as far as how they thought about it or felt about it. But me personally, I thought it was hilarious. But of course, I would think that because I'm a straight black guy, and Dave Chappelle is defending me, and he's talking about things that are funny to the black community, right? So, like I said, personally, I thought it was hilarious. And I think he also went out his way to say what he wasn't saying and what he wasn't talking about. But people are going to hear what they want to hear at the end of the day, anyway. So people are ready to be offended.
That's very, very true. We live in a culture in a society where people are ready to take offense at all times. I believe you literally have to take offense, and people are so ready to do that at all times. I definitely believe that. Brina, what you thought about it?
I mean, I thought it was hilarious too, and that's just his brand of comedy. Like that's just how he is. I mean, he's clever, in the way that he phrases things. I could see how those parties were offended, like I could see how, but it didn't seem like to me like that was his intention. It was just, that was his set. Like, these were the jokes that he were telling. Like, I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, so I mean, that's how I took it.
I think he
That's
was
what it
intending to do it, though. I think he was intending to do it.
You
But
think
they
he
switched it up.
was?
Yes.
Oh, there was a whole lot of intentionality around it in general. He very surgically dissected what he was doing. For
Yeah.
sure.
He absolutely 100%
I
knew
don't
this
think he
would be
meant it like
offensive.
as an attack though. Like that's what I'm
Oh, no,
saying.
no, no,
Like
no. I
look
don't
at the way
necessarily
people
mean,
were taking it. Like let's
yeah.
cancel him because no, I didn't think he meant it as an
Oh.
I don't
attack. I
think it was
mean,
an attack by the
that's what
least
I'm
bit.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I look at it more as a conversation starter. Trish, what you thought about it?
Right.
I agree with what everybody said. I think that's the first thing when my husband and I were watching it, we were like, "Yo, this dude is a genius." Like you were saying, Corey, like it's his delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so funny, but like you're like, "Yo, that's
Yes.
so like on point." What he's saying, like he's making excellent points here, even though it's like very crass, very like, "Oh my gosh, what did he just say?" Like
the space Jews joke.
the
Oh
beat,
my gosh,
the beat juice. I was
the
like,
beet juice. Oh my god,
I said,
impossible beef. Woo!
that was so. It was so many funny parts, but I think that it's just interesting, like the effects, because what really caught me off guard was the creator of what's it called? Oh gosh, Dear White People. The creator of Dear White People.
Was it a creator or was she a showrunner?
The creator.
Oh.
This was they said she was the main person who created Dear White People, a transgender woman, white. She literally was proving his point. Literally was proving his point by the things that she was saying about the whole thing. And I felt like it just felt funny to me that she was offended. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm confused. And what are you offended by exactly? I don't think they even know exactly what they're offended by.
Cats be offended and didn't even watch it. Cats be
offended.
Watch it.
Like for me, it's his setups. His setups to his jokes just like the funniest part. Cause so when he was like, I'm coming to you on behalf of the baby. He said LGBTQ.
He said, "Please do not abort the baby."
Please do not abort the baby. I said, what? This nigga's a fool.
Like he's a lawyer. Like I'm coming to you guys on behalf of the baby.
Listen. So what's funny is I'm laughing now, thinking back on it, but I kept hearing y'all say how hilarious it was, and I didn't laugh a lot while watching it.
Right.
And it wasn't because I didn't think it was funny. It was just because he was taking me, and I was just going with it. And I'm thinking about now I'm laughing at some of the stuff that was said. Like, oh my God, that was really funny.
Right.
I probably did chuckle a few times doing it, but it's just the art. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The artistry to make certain points, to get you to see, why things look this, or the different analogies and different things that take place. So really, really crazy. And then even when he ended, he was like, at the end of the day, all I'm trying to get y'all to do is to stop punching down on my people. And that's the conversation that is starting to be had a lot more. And it's the intersectionality of the LGBTQ community and the Black community.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it is very true that the Black community looks at that community and says, dang, how y'all be pulling off the stuff y'all be pulling? Like, they could just get us and it don't matter, but they touch y'all and it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, it's a wrap. Like,
right.
I even think about Kevin Spacey and Kevin Spacey and House of Cards and everything like that, and how it come to find out that how long ago was it? I think it might have been like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was like at least 20 years ago
20 years ago, he was actually most likely inappropriately touching up on my guy. I'm a big Rent head, and I can't think of his
I can think of
name right
somebody.
off. But
Yeah.
he plays in Rent. He plays the main storyteller of Rent, the camera guy. Really, this is my play. I love Rent, my musical, and I can't think of the names right off. But anyway, he ended up touching up on him, and when that news came to surface 20 years later, they straight canceled him on Full House of Cards. And so it was just very interesting, just how the LGBTQ community they have more power than us, and so we can't necessarily punch down on them. But they can punch down on us, you know what I mean? And then I look at the double minority, those who are Black or minorities inside of that community, and I wonder about what they go through and what they see. And but yeah, I mean, David said it like you get to change up. Like you could be liberal, LGBTQ, yada yada, boom, 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 and then you can pick up and call 911, and you ain't got to worry about it. You can blend in. You can do that. You can so it's just so many great points. Thank you so much, Anthony Rapp. Is the name of the character. I mean, of the actual actor. The character name is Mark. Why did it take me so long to get that? But anyway, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm like a big Jonathan Larson Rent musical head, so I can't believe that it took me a while to get that. Anyway, so but yeah, I just Dave, and then Dave, he's already been paid by Netflix. So what you gonna do? You're gonna take it down? So what? He don't really care.
We don't care.
And Netflix is like, hold on now, we trying to recoup our money right now. I'm gonna need y'all to chill out. So Netflix, of course, is standing behind them on it, or whatever the case may be. But fake offense and fake outrage, which is kind of, or taking offense, is kind of what a lot of it was about as well. And like I said, a lot of people that were offended, I believe, have not even watched the special. Because if you watched the special, you could really navigate and see what he was trying to say. Like that turf joint, oh my God. It was like, Caitlyn Jenner has been doing this for 1 year and she's Woman of the Year. Like, what does that say about all the rest of you? Like,
I'm so glad he said it. I'm so glad he said it, because when it came out that he was Woman of the Year, I was like, yo, what is happening? What? Life? How is that even possible? How? You're not even a woman. You're not even actually a woman. What are we talking about?
Yeah, and the J.K. Rowling joint, the gender being a fact, and and even as we say all this stuff, understand we have compassion for people's life process and their life journey and the things that they have to go through. And we have that because we are minorities ourselves. Me and Corey, of course, being a minority, of course, Bree and Trish being a double minority. So we get it. It's easy for us to put ourselves in your shoes. It's very easy for us to do that. We get it. So it's not we're not sitting here trying to necessarily ride on these communities, but we have to look at what's going on and say things don't always seem just or fair.